All right, kids, we're going to do a second lesson here on substitution, but it's, there's a little bit of review here too. This first one, again, we don't want to forget about graphing. We would divide by 2. So we get y equals 1/2 x plus 3. Up 1 over 2, up 1 over 2, up 1 over 2. Let's go backwards, down 1 left 2, down 1 left 2. That should be enough. Okay, the second equation I'll do in blue. Remember, we want to get y by itself. So y equals x plus 4. There's the 4. Slope is invisible, up 1 over 1. Go backwards, down 1 left 1, down 1 left 1, down 1 left 1. And you see our magical point is right there. And you could test it by plugging into both equations. It should work. Okay, now here's a little substitution. Again, I want you to be aware that you could solve this with elimination without any difficulty at all. With substitution, you only have one first step that's smart to do, and that's to take the second equation, and solve it for x, because it has a coefficient of 1. You're going to add 5y. So x equals 5y minus 20. So x is the same thing as that. So go ahead and plug in there. Remember, the 3 is still there. And now we're just solving. You guys are good at distributing. 15y minus 60 minus 5y equals negative 30. I'm going to move the 60 over and combine like terms at the same time. I get 10y equals 30, so y equals 3. And, you can pick one of these equations to go into. Here, I'll go into the second one. X minus 5, but remember, y is now 3. So x minus 15. If I add 15 to both sides, I'm going to get negative 5. So there's my answer. Negative 5, comma, 3. Now, doing these new techniques wouldn't be any fun if we didn't do a little bit of word problems, right? So here, Ice Cream Shop talks about ice cream cones and sundaes. We have to define variables for what we don't know. We don't know. Again, stop this if you want to try this yourself. We don't know how many ice cream cones they sold or how many sundaes. I'm going to call X number of cones and Y is the number of sundaes. I could have used C and S. I don't like using S though. Ends up looking like a 5 for me. So you're going to have two equations. Okay, one is the number equation. Look at the second sentence here. One day, the receipts for a total of 172 cones and sundaes. How many cones and sundaes did they sell? 172. So X plus Y must be 172, right? Number of cones plus number of sundaes has to be 172. Now, the other equation is going to be the money equation. Obviously, we have the price of the cones is $1.10. So $1.10 times how many we sold plus the sundaes cost $2.35. So $2.35 times how many sundaes we sold has to give us our total receipts. Now, I could solve this using either elimination or substitution. Because I have decimals in here, I'm going to do substitution. But either way is fine. That means I have to solve the first equation for either x or y. I'm going to solve it for x. Again, it wouldn't matter. So this first equation becomes x equals negative y plus 172. So that means we can take that and substitute it in there, right? $1.10 times, now obviously you're going to need your calculator for some of this stuff, which is okay. And we have to distribute. We get negative 110y, $1.10 times 172. Well, I don't even have that written out here. Hold on, let me grab a calculator. It's yeah, of course. 173.1. So let's combine the y's. So this is negative, so this and this would be 1.25y. Let's go ahead and move this over at the same time. And we have I made a mistake here earlier. Sorry, folks. This is not 173.1. This is 189. I'm not too sure what happened there. So happens sometimes. So when we subtract that, we get 105. And if I divide by 1.25, I get y equals, and it comes out nicely here, to 84. Now remember, that's the number of sundaes. The problem asks for how many cones. So, we can easily figure that out, though. I would go into the first equation. I'll go in right here. You see, x equals negative y plus 172. And you come up with x equals 88 cones. So it was 88 cones, 84 sundaes.